Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So today, guys, we are going to be working on that Fiat 500X, the red one that I've been waiting absolute ages for parts. I had to go to the main dealer to get the front slam panel and inner wing. The inner wing come about 2 weeks ago, I think it was, a week and a bit. So I managed to get that to the body shop and I'll show you the results on that because the car's back, it's all done, and I just want to show you that as well. But the slam panel that I was waiting for, that I couldn't sort of carry on with the front end, that is now back. I've got that, I've picked it up so we can carry on with that car. I have managed to pick up a complete bumper as well in colour. So that's good news for the owner. He hasn't got to get that painted, but he has got to get the bonnet and the wing painted. So yeah, we'll be cracking on with that one today. I'll show you what's going on. I'll show you the parts that we've got. And then we'll just, continue that one. I'm also going to be picking up a new project today from Copart at Rochford, but I'm not going to show you until tomorrow. So today's Friday. I'll do a video tomorrow morning. I'll come in and I'll show you the vehicle. It's going to be just an introduction to the actual new project. Ain't going to be too much of a long video, but I will, we will do a walk around. We'll have a look at it. We'll see what the damage is. And go from there. So for today, let's get cracking. Let's get this Seat Ibiza out the way. Right, okay guys, so here we go. We have the Fiat 500X back in the workshop because I've got a load of parts. Let me show you all the bits and pieces that I've got, and then I'll show you the repair on the actual inner wing. So you can see I already had the bonnet, I think I showed you that. Already had the wing, but we've painted it on the inner side. You see it there, ready to go to the paint shop, you see. Got the washer jet bottle as well, so that's there. We've got to put that on. This is the bumper that I was telling you about, complete in colour as well. So yeah, really good news. Got a couple of marks on it, but it's a second-hand part. What do you expect? It is what it is. This was the best one that we could find, and we've been looking for a long time to get a bumper, not just in colour, but just a bumper. There was loads out there, but they was going for stupid money. Some was like £900 and it wasn't even in colour. So £900 plus painting. There's just, for some reason, these sort of seem to fetch a real high cost. It's what it is. We've got one now and we'll sort that out and put that on. So that's that done. This is the crash bar for the front. This was the part that I was waiting for. The new slam panel that come from Fiat. So that's the part that I was waiting for to carry on. So we've got that now as well. We've got loads of bits and pieces as well. So we've got the headlight, all the stuff that's in there. It's all been saved. So yeah, let me show you the inner wing that went to the body shop, and this was the original one, which was absolutely mangled. Unbelievable, isn't it? It's just crazy. But that had to come. I knew that had to come off because it was just too smashed up. So we've got this one from the main dealer, and then I've sort of painted it up for him before I took it to the body shop. And then he obviously welded it back in place. And he said, look, just when you get it, just spray the rest around, so you can see where he's done obviously the coating. So he said, just give that a spray around, and he said that'll finish it off. So that's what we've got to do. I think really that's going to be the first thing to do is we'll bag up the whole car right around the front, expose that inner wing. And then just give it a spray up because you can see that he's hit there, so that'll have to come off. Oh, that just comes off easy. You can see it's coming off. So yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm not hitting anything else apart from obviously the areas that I need to sort of paint. So I think we'll crack on with that first. And then we're going to go for the front end. So we're going to put the slam panel in place, get the crash bar, and sort that side of it out as well. And then just, yeah, try and build this up, try and continue this one as much as we can today. Let's just see. Yeah, let's just see how far we get. But, you know, it is what it is. But the one thing that I'm not sure about at the minute, this is the only thing that I'm not sure about, is all this wiring. So what I might have to do, I might have to get another wiring loom from a breakers, just sort of literally zip it there for me. So I've got this whole wiring loom this side, and then that will tell me what's missing, and I can just sort of switch it over and solder the wires together, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? So there we go. Right, okay, let's get this bagged up and get that sprayed and finished, and then we can just sort of press on and gradually do this today. So let's get cracking, guys. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, so yeah, just want to quickly show you what I was getting on with there. So I put the bonnet over here, just so I can have a rub down. I was messing around with this whilst I was waiting for the the inner wing to dry. That's basically what it is. Hold on, let me just put this wheel here quickly, because the door is going to slam. So yeah, I'll put it there just so I can rub it back and just have a look at it and see it. Because at the end of the day, if I do this now, then it ain't got to be done when it's on the car. I'm not painting this, but I just thought whilst I was waiting for that to dry, I have painted the underneath part of it, so all that's been done. So I do that so that when I put the bonnet on, the painter hasn't got to take it off, which means less time, which means cheaper price, in theory. So yeah, he's only got to paint this top part, but I have found some low spots on this this bonnet, and I don't think I can get to it from there. No, there's not really. There's one there actually. I might be able to get it. See that there? I might be able to push something up there to push this one out, but you can see when I was blocking it across, I'm hitting these 2 points here and not the middle, which means that it's got a dip, which means that's got a light dent on that. Same here as well. The block was here and missing this, which means again it's got a bit of a repair to do on this bit here. But the rest of it, I've gone all over it and it's absolutely fine. It just needs a little bit more rubbing back, then it needs primer, and then it needs painting properly. But this needs a repair. But I don't know if I can get in there and get maybe pop it up a little bit, make it a little bit better. Every little helps, as they say. So that's that. This has had 2 coats, just waiting for it to dry off. You can see I've just bagged up more or less the whole of the car, just in case. But it got a little bit of overspray. You can see it down here on the bag, up here as well. So yeah, it's always good I always try and cover as much as I can. And I back taped the inside of the inner wing and then pushed all the plastic to that, so there's nothing getting through there as well. That come apart just now, so but that was put together. I did do that together. So yeah, that's where we are. I think I'm going to start ripping this off now, and then just leave that to dry off. Be really careful. We'll work on the front end. We'll get that unwrapped. And start fitting that on the front, working out, putting that back together, and yeah, just continue pushing this one forward today, guys. So yeah, I have actually picked up the new project. That's outside. I'm not going to show you quite yet, but if you do follow me on Instagram, you will see a sneak peek of that car, and we have got some subframe damage on this next project, so we're gonna have to get into that probably next week. But I will show the car in a video tomorrow afternoon, which will be Saturday afternoon for you guys. So yeah, that's that. Let's crack on with this, get it unwrapped and continue. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, let me just cut in there and just explain what I'm doing. A lot of you would probably work out by now what is going on. But basically, I'll put the wing on because I want to see what that lines up like. Now, this door hasn't moved and nor is the other door on the other wing. So I know that that gap here is correct. So I need to get this gap the same thickness on the other side. So what I'm basically doing is working from that door this way, starting with the gap, which is what it is. So I've got a feeler gauge, which has got all different types of thicknesses of metal, and you just pick the right ones, which is this one here, like that. So it's nice and snug all the way down. So that's, I know that this is my thickness. This is the gap thickness for the other side. So, yeah. So I basically work this side. So that's my thickness there. And my thickness there, like that. Plus, once you get that the gap right here, you have to get the actual panel to line up straight here at the bottom. So this one has got a line through here. So that's that done. Then you've got to bring it out so that it's flush with the door. Then you've got to get this gap here right. I haven't done up that bolt or this bolt yet because I'm still messing around with it. But I've just got to this point where I thought I'd just show you. So if I'm moving this in and out, it's changing this here, and it's changing the flushness of it, if you know what I mean. I can push it in and out. So it needs to stay flush like that. Yeah. Then we do up the bolt. Then I follow it at the top to make sure that this gap here is correct where it's sitting to the other side again. Gonna leave it a little bit away, I think, because the paint, I want the paint to go in there very slightly. I don't know if you can see it, but I want a little bit of paint down there if I can. So I'm gonna leave it a little bit of away, not too much. And then there's a bolt here, which I can move in and out. So once I've got, which I have in the right position, I put the bonnet on, because then I can work out where the bonnet should sit. Basically, I've left the hinge at the bottom there. There's two bolts on the hinge for the bonnet, and I've left that loose so I can, there you go, look. So I can move it around wherever I want. It actually wants to be about there. Again, I'll get the gap the same. And once I've done that, I can then get the gap the same here going through, because that's touching. Yeah, that's touching there. So that gap, I know is kind of right. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm kind of getting there, but it's just lining things up and getting it in the right position. But you know, we are moving forward. It's just a little bit of a messing around, and once I've got this bit lined up, I'll do the bolts up here, then get that lined up there, then do the bolts up for the hinge at the bottom. And then once I've done that up, I can work across, and then there's a bolt at the top in there that's holding this, so that I can bring it where I need to bring it to, hold it where it needs to stay, and then do the bolt up, and then that's done, and then we can come to the bottom and then start messing around at the bottom here, getting this plate lined up, because that is a little bit off, this plate, this bottom bracket here. So then we can not too much. You can see that it's nearly hitting it there, like that. See? So I've got to mess around with that for a little bit, but it's a case of just, you know, trying to sort of line everything back up and get it into the right position. I've not even started to unwrap that yet and get the front end on. I've not started none of that yet. So yeah, let's continue. Let's just see how far we get. Yeah, it's going to take time. I knew it was going to take a few videos to do this, get it all back together and get it ready for the paint shop. But I'd rather sort of just take my time and get it done right and get everything lined up and get everything sorted. So yeah, let's keep going. Let's just see how far we get today. Let's do this. Right, okay, so guys, make some really good progress at the minute. Still got loads of things to line up and do up and stuff like that. I just run out of time again. But, you know, it is what it is. But we are definitely getting there now. I think I've got to raise it up a bit more, the whole thing, to allow for the lock to work properly. I'm not quite sure. I've still got to mess around with it. But at least we are making some progress now. We've got to... I've still got to, no, I've done this, and I've done the wing, lined all that back up. That's that done. The bonnet's lined up. So it's just a case of lining up the whole front. I've still got to put the intercooler on. Loads of bits and pieces over here. A lot of it's rubbish, I've got to be honest, but some of it we still need to use. Like that can be used. This can be used for the top. No, that's the underneath. That goes around the... I'm just going to have to go through it all and see what we can use. That we can use, I think, pipe for the intake, I think, air. These spongy things go up in there, up into the where the wing sits, so we can use all them. And we can use that one as well. Put that one in. So, yeah... but at least we're moving in the right direction with this one now. We've definitely got to do some more lining up. We've definitely got to sort of bolt it up a bit more. But yeah, at least we are. I'm shattered. But yeah, that's gonna have to be rubbed down a bit further, and then he's gonna have to primer that whole bonnet first. Get it all nice. A little bit of repair on there. We saw that earlier. But yeah, at least we're, like I said, we are definitely moving in the right direction. But guys, I've just run out of time. It's just, you know, it's Friday. I've run out of time, so that's going to be the end of today's video. Yeah, don't forget, we're going to be looking at the new project in tomorrow's video. I'll do that tomorrow morning, so you guys can watch it in the afternoon. What else? So I've obviously got the other white Fiat 500. That is now sold and someone's picking it up tomorrow. Also as well, do you remember Tom's red Fiesta that I did for him? He took the blue one and he was driving that around, and his red one has now sold as well. So, yeah, what a really, really busy week we've had in the workshop this week. But, you know, it's nice just to turn around different things, doing different cars. The Seat Leon, we've still got to do that. We've still got to do a little bit of repair work on the corner bumper. But, yeah, been really, really busy. And I appreciate all your support, all the comments, all the thumbs up on the videos, you know, all the people that watch what I'm doing on a daily basis. I really appreciate everyone's support. But for now, that's it. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow with the new project.